Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tim Jeffrey. I have the joy of being married to Hannah, our wonderful vicar, and also a lay minister in the benefice in my own right. Some of you may know that Hannah and I recently spent a week on Bardsey Island. That's the little island off the kind of north coast of Wales, where the sort of nose of Wales, the Llyn Peninsula, sticks out into the sea, into the Irish Sea, and Bardsey Island is a couple of miles off of that. It's an incredibly isolated place. No electricity, no running water, very kind of quiet and peaceful. And this is the third year in a row that we've been there, because we found it a place of incredible peace and stillness. It's the one week in the year when I know that actually I'm going to have just so much time to be able to be still, to be present to God, to encounter Him, both in me as I am quieter and less distracted, no phone signal, but also in the beauty of the island and the nature around it. And so we have this lovely rhythm of prayer with friends that we go with, of times of quiet, just walking the island. It's quite a small island, climbing the hill, incredible views across the sea, sitting, watching the waves, the seals, the bird life. It's a really very beautiful, beautiful place. And somehow it's magical as well. And I guess by magical, I mean sacred or holy. It's been a place of pilgrimage for centuries. And you can tell it's got that sense of having been prayed in and loved, and the people, faithful people coming to this place. And so it has this sense of being a thin place where somehow it's easier to connect with God. And there's something too about the island which has really struck me this time. It's an island of incredible contrasts. So there have been times when we've had just blue sky, quiet, still seas, incredible sense of peace and calmness and settledness. And then there are other times when it's wild, stuck out in the middle of the Irish Sea in a gale. This place just takes the full force of nature in wild winds that you can hardly stand up in waves, tumultuous waves, that as the currents around the island catch them, you get these huge, great splashes and wonderful kind of waves. And so it's both this very still and calm and peaceful place, and it's a place that can be utterly wild and utterly kind of sensing the grip of nature. And as well as the quiet that we have when we're there, this time we also had times of real sorrow and lament, both internally, but also as we thought about and prayed for the world. And there is this sense, isn't there, of both the beauty and the wonder, the calmness, the stillness, and the turmoil in our world and all that is wrong. And as I reflected on that this time, it also reminded me that actually God is like that too. That the Bible at one point describes him as both lion and lamb. Lion, this fierce, untamed creature that is powerful, and lamb. What could be more different from the lion? Calm, gentle, vulnerable lamb. And that's how the Bible describes God in so many different ways. You know, our God is the creator of all things, power beyond our even vague ability to comprehend what that means. And yet, he is also the one that knows every hair on my head. Not that many left, but he knows each one of them. He's like that. described in the Bible as that mother hen gathering her chicks, caring, sheltering us under his wing. So this incredible contrast we see between a God of power, a lion God, and a lamb God, gentle, caring, loving. And I don't know about you, but one of the things that says to me is I so often box God in. I box God into the particular ways that I may have experienced him in my life, to the preferences I have for him to be this sort of God or like this. And it's very easy for us to create our own sort of boxes. God, I'm happy, I want you in that box, I want you to be like this for me, but let's not go there. Let's not have that. And we limit God. We put boundaries on him. And one of my reflections coming back from Bardsey this time is, how am I doing that? How am I limiting God? How are my eyes not seeing? Jesus talks about having eyes to see and ears to hear. And so often we can be like the Pharisees, who along comes the Son of God, different from what they expected. And so they can't hear. They refuse to hear. They refuse to see who this is. And they end up killing him. And how often, I wonder, do I do that? Do we do that? Do we not let God out of the box that we have created?